in each geopolitical zone, so that at least there will be a chairman, and there will be a chairman in the center. I mean, in the not in Abuja here. Then other 5 geopolitical zones will also have 3 members sitting. That's what is contained.
Is 3 members and then a presiding officer. That is 4. It's like this is the quorum. And if you are saying you have more than that, what will be the quorum if the number you are calling is that every zone? Then it means you have about 18, and 3 cannot be the quorum. 3 cannot be the quorum. And where is it? Clause that provides for 18. Okay, that's true. Yeah. Need to confirm the total number, because this is referring to the quorum, and as it is, this quorum may not be 1/3 or half of the total, unless what's the number? This is talking about tribunal.
Yeah. There wasn't anyone in each zone before, but there's a place we put now. It was as good during the stakeholder meeting that the 3 is not enough to cover the whole Nigeria. So there was 3 in the headquarters before, none in each of the geopolitical zones. And what we now say that we extend it to other geopolitical zones, to have 3 in each geopolitical zone, a panel of 3 in each geopolitical zone. Exactly. That's what we put there. Yes, that is 3,000. That's 18. That's what we had.
Okay. I understand now. But if you say is 3 per geopolitical zone, and that is also the panel for each zone, it means they have to be there, all of them, before it's 100%. Is that okay? No, we don't have to say it. If we have 3 in a geopolitical zone, and it is stated here, the 3 have to be there, I think it's explicit enough. It's explicit enough. I think there's no problem here. You see, 2 cannot sit, and where 3 sit, with one of them presiding, it means in a situation where the 2 members do not agree, the presiding will now have to side with one of them. isn't it? So maybe we can leave it like that. Yes. So those in favor that clause 27 stand part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. Those who are clause 28, 29, 30 and 31 stand part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. Those who are the interpretation on page 32 stand part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. Those who are the short title stand part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. Those who are the schedules 1, 2 and 3 stand part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. Those who are the explanatory memorandum page 34 stand part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. Those who are the long title on page 1 stand part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. Leader of the Senate plenary.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I move that the Senate revert to plenary for the chair to report progress.
Mr. President, I rise to move second the motion that the Senate revert to plenary to report progress. I so move.
Well, new leader. Those who favor that the Senate reverts to plenary for the chair to report progress say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. The Senate, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the report of the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions on the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Bill 2023 and approved as follows. Long title as recommended, Clause 1 to 21 as recommended, Clause 22 as amended, Clause 23 to 25 as recommended, Clause 26 as amended, Clause 27 to 30 as recommended, interpretation as recommended, short title as recommended, schedules 1, 2 and 3 as recommended, explanatory memorandum as recommended. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Leader of the Senate, third reading.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I move that the bill be read now the third time. I so move.
The Minority Leader.
Mr. President, I rise to second the motion ably moved by the leader that in the state time. I so move.
Thank you very much. The orator of the Senate. Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion that the Senate, this bill be now read the third time say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. Clerk of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished senators, a bill for an act to repeal the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Act, Cap C-15, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and enact the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Act, and for other matters connected there with 2023, third reading.
A bill for an act to repeal the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Act, Cap C-15, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and enact the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Act, and for other matters connected there with 2023, third reading taken and the bill is passed. Leader of the Senate. Next.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the sixth order of the day is the presentation and consideration of the report of the Committee on ICT and Cyber Security on the National Information Technology Development Agency Act, Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2023, SB 1082. Distinguished senators will recall that the bill was referred to the committee on Wednesday, 14 December 2022. Mr. President, you may wish to invite Senator Yakubu Hussaini, Chairman of the committee, to move the motion for the presentation and consideration of the report.
Distinguished Senator Yakubu Seni, Kogi Central.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. I remain Senator Yakubu Seni, representing Kogi Central. I rise to move that the Senate do receive and consider the report of the Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity on a bill to repeal and enact the bill of National Information Technology Development Agency Act, repeal and enact Bill 2023 SB 1082. I so move, Mr. President.
Distinguished Senator Sadiq Suleiman Umar, Kwara North.
Thank you, Mr. President. My distinguished colleagues, I am Sadiq Suleiman Umar. I represent Kwara North, the good and decent people, and we are who are. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, I rise to second that the Senate do receive and consider the report of the Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity on the National Information Technology Development Agency Act, repeal and reenactment Bill 2023 SB 1082. I so second, Mr. President.
No, hold on, not yet. They have to permit you. Distinguished colleagues, those in favor that the Senate do receive and consider the report of the Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity on the National Information Technology Development Agency Act, repeal and reenactment Bill 2023, say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. You may let the report, Chairman. You may present the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. The report of the Senate Committee on ICT and
Please, Secretariat, be ready with the reports of the NDDC. Where are the reports? Where are the copies? Where are the copies? Be ready with them, please. We take that after this one.
Thank you, Mr. President. Report of the Senate Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity on a bill for an act to repeal the National Information Technology Development Agency Act number 28, 2007, and enact the new National Information Technology Development Agency Act to provide for the administration, implementation, and regulation of information technology systems and practices, as well as digital economy in Nigeria, and for related matters, 2023 SB 1082. The Senate, at its sitting on Wednesday, 14th December 2022, considered and read for the second time a bill for an act to repeal the National Information Technology Development Agency Act number 28, 2007, and enact the National Information Technology Development Agency Act to provide the administration, implementation, and regulation of information technology systems and practices, as well as digital economy in Nigeria, and for related matters, 2023 SB 1082, and refer same to Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity to report within 4 weeks. May I go to page 3. we have the objectives of the bill. 1. To expand NIDA's regulatory power to include emerging technologies and digital economy development. Provide the agency with administrative enforcement powers. Reduce the number of governing board members for the agency. Provide for objectives of the agency. Redefine the entities who should contribute to the funds of the agency. And other objectives. I think after the public hearing, the committee, in the course of processing this bill, conducted a 2-day public hearing to galvanize opinions from stakeholders and the general public to enrich the bill. The first hearing was held on Friday, 23rd December 2022. Due to inability to conclude on that day, the second day hearing was held on Thursday, 27th April 2023. A total of 32 memorandums to presentations were received from stakeholders in pursuit of making input into the bill. Without wasting our time, let's go to page 19. Let's go to page 19. No, not page 19. Yes. No, let's go to, no, that's page 19. Let's go to page 19, please. Observations and recommendations. The committee, while anonymously commending all stakeholders for their inputs, observed as follows. 1. That Section 6A of the existing Act provides that NIDA is both a development and regulatory agency in the ICT sector. Arguments that NIDA is not a regulator were therefore noted to be incorrect. And 2. That a total of 31 stakeholders made submissions to presentation on the bill. Out of this number, 17 were in support of the bill, while 14 were opposed to it. Those in favor based their support on reason that the bill provided for the development of measures that will adequately regulate digital infrastructure, fast-track Nigeria's transition into a leading digital economy, foster innovation and creativity, empower businesses in the country, improve in processes of issuing and authenticating good character certificates, and promote the use of technology in education and other sectors. Those opposed to it advance various reasons such as multiple stroke, over-taxation, overlap and duplication of functions, multiple regulators and regulations in uncontrolled punitive authority of the agency. Action taken. In order to
Leader, police extension.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I move that according to Section 8, subsection 3, that the Senate sitting be extended beyond 2 p.m. I so move.
The new minority leader.
Mr. President, I rise to second the motion that the Senate do extend the time beyond 2 p.m. I so second.
And you will help me bring you a deal for today's job. I will forward it to Senator Philip Abuda. The Swedish colleagues, those who favor the motion say aye. Those against say nay. Okay, continue, Chairman.
Thank you so much. In order to address the fears of the various stakeholders and for the purpose of positioning the law to conform a legislative standard and global best practices, the committee amended the vexation clauses of the bill as follows. 1. Clause 1A was amended to remove seeming overlap in the regulation of digital economy. 2. Clause 1D was amended to remove seeming overlap in the regulation of digital economy. 3. A new clause 4C was inserted to provide for the presentation of affiliate bodies of the Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria on the governing board of the agency, while the old clauses 4C and D were renumbered as clause 4D and E respectively. Clause 9H and I were amended to remove overbearing authority of the agency on other entities of government. Clause 10(1)B was deleted to remove overbearing authority of the agencies on the other entities of government, while the old clause 10(1)C to N were renumbered as clause 10(1)B to M. A new clause 10(2) was inserted to eliminate possibility of overlap and duplication of functions. Clause 11(4)B was amended to give the Minister of the Supervisory Ministry authority to recommend the removal of the Director General of the agency from office in case of infirmity of mind or body or any other cause. Clause 11(1) was amended to provide that the fund of the agency is used for the development of the practice of information technology and digital economy. This is to ensure that the agency is not the sole authority to advance digital economy. Clause 26 was amended to standardize the supervisory ministry's role. Clause 28 was deleted to avoid duplication of digital infrastructure and service provision companies in the sector, particularly as Galaxy Backbone Limited already exists and is performing those functions. Recommendation, distinguished colleagues. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, having taken into consideration the observations and comments of relevant stakeholders, as well as opinions of distinguished senators during the second reading and the public hearing on various provisions of the bill, and having made amendments as necessary, the committee hereby recommends as follows: that the Senate Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity, which was referred a bill for an act to repeal the National Information Technology Development Agency Act number 28, 2007, and enact the National Information Technology Development Agency Act to provide the administration, implementation, and regulation of information technology systems and practices, as well as digital economy in Nigeria for related matters, 2023 SB 1082, having considered same, report favorably thereon, and recommend that the Senate do pass the bill as amended. I so move, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues.
Any comments? Leader of the Senate, Committee of the Whole.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I move that the Senate resolve into Committee of the Whole to consider the report.
Minority Leader.
Mr. President, I rise to second the motion that the Senate do resolve to Committee of the Whole to consider the report. So second.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion that the Senate resolves into Committee of the Whole to consider the report clause by clause, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, those in favor that clause 1 to 5 stand part of the bill, say aye. Clause 1. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Clause 1C. Okay, clause 1C. The encouraging local and foreign investment in the information technology sector through developmental and regulatory activity. No, the regulatory interventions. We have regulatory interventions. The word developmental.
No. Oh, but they didn't say you are making amendments. But what is the problem with this? Tell us what the problem is.
Developmental and I'm introducing developmental, sir, because the
one. As it is, what is the problem with this C? Yes. No, you can stand up.
Mr. President, what is wrong with it is this. The objective of the agency is developmental. Regulatory will conflict with functions of NCC. There are various items I have identified that we have a conflicting role with NCC. That is NCC Act 2003. And if we allow it to go this way, we find an agency that there are two regulators regulating the same thing. And there are certain clauses that we need to amend. And I've identified those areas. Because as we start today, Mr. President,
regulatory interventions. Okay. You can do your amendment now. No, don't worry, just do the amendment.
okay, my amendment it should read encouraging local and foreign investment in the information technology sector through developmental and regulatory intervention. Development.
Why do you regulate it? Shouldn't use regulatory because it will conflict with NCC Act. Okay. So there is a motion for amendment, and we are going to vote. You want to ask him? Okay, ask him.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to ask whether we're just amending A and D. Other ones stand. Okay, I have amendment to F. Okay, that's fine.
Yes, I'm seconding what Akinlore. I rise to second the amendments as proposed by Senator Akinlore.
Those in favor that clause 1C stands part of the bill as amended. Those in favor that clause 1C as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Your amendment still in clause 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My amendment is on number 1F. 1F. F. 1F. Yes. I want it to be promoting and commercialization of indigenous research results and development, because most times their research results are incubated, they are not going outside the agency. So we have to add that commercialization there. Promoting and commercialization of indigenous research results and development.
Christopher Stephen Ekleon.
Mr. President, my distinguished colleague, President I stand to second the motion assembly moved by Senator Ikunife. I so second.
Thank you. Those in favor that clause 1F as amended stands part of the bill, say aye. Those against, say nay. Now I'll put the question on the entire clause 1. Those who are clause 1 as amended stands part of the bill, say aye. Those against, say nay. Those who are clause 2, clause 3, clause 4, clause 5, clause 6, clause 2.
Thank you, Mr. President. Amendment to clause 2. This clause 2, if taken as it is, it will conflict with NCC Act. The Act applies to provision, deployment, and use of information technology system practice in Nigeria. That's why it should stop. The word digital service within Nigeria or on a ship or aircraft registered in Nigeria should be deleted, because it will conflict with the provisions of NCA Act 203, sir. And the implication is this. Can I go ahead? The implication is that this is an attempt to replicate Section 2 of the Nigeria Competition Act 2003 that provides that this act applied to. I have it jotted already. Yes, I have it jotted already. To support the amendment. No. Yeah. I said and digital service within Nigeria on a ship or aircraft registered in Nigeria should be deleted. So my amendment will now read: this act implies to the provisions, the deployment and use of information technology system and practice in Nigeria. That's what I'm proposing.
Senator Binos Yaro.
Mr. President, thank you. I rise to second the amendment as proposed by all of us. I so second.
Those in favor of clause 2 as amended, say aye. Those against, say nay. Clause 3, clause 4, clause 5. Those in favor that clause 3 stands part of the bill, say aye. Those against, say nay. Okay, clause 4.
Clause 4, sir. Clause 4, 2, 6 to be included. You see, we are proposing. I was in the public hearing, and it was well advanced that the Federal Ministry responsible for science and technology to be one of the stakeholders. So item 6 should be included as a Federal Ministry of Science and Technology to be one of the stakeholders. Sir. We have representatives of each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6. Federal Ministry responsible for Science and Tech should be one of the stakeholders.
Okay, I need a second. Okay. Senator Matthew Rogide.
Mr. President, Matthew Rogide, I stand to support as proposed by the chairman, Senator Akielu.
But before I put that question, even 2B1 Federal Ministry responsible for information technology and digital economy. Okay. So those in favor that clause 4 as amended stands part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clause 5 on page 4, clause 6, clause 7, clause 8, clause 9. Hold on. Those in favor that clause 5, 6, 7, and 8 stand part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clause 9. Point of order. Senator Stella Odua.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, my apologies to take us back to clause 2. Clause 2, when it says to delete the ship and the aircraft registered in Nigeria and stop where Nigeria is, the question I have is, what then happens to the ships and the aircraft? Are you saying that if you still remove them, that doesn't mean they are excluded? There has to be a word that says that they are expunged or they are excluded. Otherwise, it will be assumed that since they are vessels and they are aircraft still within Nigerian territory, they will be in compliance with the law that exists. That's my observation.
How can you answer? Are you the chairman? When did you get this NCC? Okay. Now, okay, explain. You give her.
We want to pass a law that we have to, so now, this is an attempt to replicate the provision of Section 2 of NCC Act that provides that this act applies to provision and use of all communication services and network in whole or in part within Nigeria or on a ship or aircraft registered in Nigeria. So it's already included in the act to take care of those aircraft and everything. So if we now duplicate it to NIDA now, it becomes two regulatory authority doing the same thing, and there will be conflict of functions, and it will lead to reduction in revenue of federal government. That's why it shouldn't be included here.
Princess, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. He didn't really answer my question. Yes, I agree with him. NCCA law makes NCA very independent to manage what only applies to the aircraft registered in Nigeria. I'm saying that the sentence is incomplete and doesn't address the exclusion of those to that particular statement. So there has to be, yes, deleted out of it, but it did not exclude it. And I thought there should be one word that will, maybe a word that says, yeah, except for aircraft and vessels registered in Nigeria. It means therefore that it covers everything except those two.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. I think the pace at which distinguished Senator Akinwole is going may at the end of the day void this bill completely, because neither, sorry sir, I'm going somewhere sir. Sir, yes. This
that they don't get some taken away.
yeah, excuse me sir. Excuse me sir. I still want to say something sir. I still want to say something. Yeah, the same. Yes, Mr. President, sir. I want us to know that neither regulates only items that concern ICT, while NCC regulates items that concern telecom companies. So they don't have anything in conflict. Yes, there is still element of ICT on that particular items that is excluded. Yes, I'm in support of Senator Estella.
This 9, there are many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 subsections that I propose to amend, so that this particular bill or the bill we want to pass now will not be in contravention with Yes, sir. I'm not a member of the committee, but I came as an observer to ensure that wrong bill is not passed. Yeah. For this country, I was in the public hearing. Yeah. I called the attention, but I mean, I'm not a member of the committee, so I couldn't effect the changes at the committee level. But I was in the public hearing. Yeah. That's okay.
Thank you, Mr. President, once again. You see, what I want him to understand is he doesn't want to hear anything about digital. Digital is ICT. It's not telecom. We are talking of NIDA's function here. NIDA's function is solely on ICT, not by NCC is solely on telecom. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think the whole idea of public hearing is to make stakeholders contribute to the debate on any bill. And in that situation, views are expressed, and it's the majority of the views that carry the day. It seems that what my colleague is trying to do is to bring in a minority view. So I think since the public hearing has been done, the committee has met to synthesize all issues raised and arrive at this, we should not go back again. Because when you want to amend the whole of 9, I think we are going to lose the whole public hearing again. Thank you, Mr. President.
I think differently, because what was expressed at the public hearing, only members of the committee were privy to those ideas. When views, exactly. When we bring it to the chamber, all of us, including those of us who didn't participate in the public hearing, have the right to listen to this, whatever it was that they did. And in any case, if any senator stands up here to say he wants an amendment, we reserve the right to negative the amendment if we think it's not going to help in producing a bill or a law that will listen. So it depends on what is presented to us as an amendment. If the Senator Ayo Akinelore went there and he has his own documents against what is presented to us, it's for us to accept or reject what he says. But we can't say we forget about his views. Even if it's a minority view, if you stand up and say this is what his view is for the majority of us to say, well, we don't see it that way, and then we negative it.
If I may ask, I'm interested, since you attended the public hearing, what was the presentation of FCC to the extent that you were present?
Yes, on this.
DSP, your mic. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. 9A, because I have 9A, 9I, 9K, 9N, 9Q, 9X, and 9Y. So these are the areas. It was widely canvassed there by the stakeholders, including NCC. Yeah, NCC. Yeah, the total. I noted everything down, and I made it clear at the public hearing that this Senate will not pass a bill that will reduce, that will conflict the SC Act, because we made, the National Assembly made, we passed NCC Act 2003, and they are existing act now. If we are now extending the functions of another agency, it should not conflict with the existing law, otherwise it will be counterproductive. I made it clear there. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that, section.
You see, Chairman, I'm coming back to you. You see, maybe these are things we should have said before. If you are a senator and a committee of the Senate is holding a public hearing, it shouldn't appear like you are at loggerheads with the committee. No. You are supporting the position of the NCC or whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, we are supposed to accept the judgment of our colleagues that they have listened to everybody, and this is the summary of their understanding. But when this kind of thing, total, because it is like this is NCC in the Senate, it's making it not to look so. It doesn't help the cause of the Senate. So, but Chairman, you still have the opportunity, you have my protection to present everything that you don't believe in, and it's for the rest of us to accept or reject. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. President. You see, it's not that we didn't do any thorough job. We did a thorough job. I'll still refer the Senate back to my presentation, where I say action taken. If you look at number 4 there, we amended clause 9H and clause I. We are amended to remove overbearing authority of the agencies on other entities of government. It means that we work there. Other ones that he is mentioning is not in any way interfering with NCC or any other government entity. So we've done our job, and I want us to draw this line that NIDA is solely on ICT, while NCC is solely on telecom. So there is no any overlap in any way with what we've done. We sat down and we did our job, and the job was thoroughly done.
Senator Akinelore.
Thank you, Mr.
Amendments.
Okay, sir. My amendment.
You are fully protected.
Let me commend the chairman of the committee, but let me commend him. But the amendment is not total, and I want to make my amendment now. Okay, my amendment is develop a framework for regulating the use, development, standardization, research, and application of information technology, technology services activities and so 9A. 9A. I am deleting emerging technology and digital.
Hold on now. No, please. This is not our procedure now. This is not our procedure. Our procedure is this needs to be seconded. This needs to be voted on. So if you have objection, you just not second it or not vote for it. He is at no. I will ask. I need a seconder. You say no seconder. Senator Geshan Basi. Who is drawing your second? Senator Akielore, this your amendment is dead. It's still bad. So go to the next. No. It means 9A stands as it is. Do you have any other amendment? 9-1. 9.
Okay. Coordinate and spoil the activities of
So what's your amendment? Okay, collaboration.
where is collaboration?
Collaborate with any. Collaborate. There's nothing wrong there. You didn't see the amendment.
Okay.
Let him say it first.
Okay.
You are harassing him, Uche. What you are harassing?
Sir, what I'm saying is that that session I propose is deleted for this reason, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
No,
let me give the reason, sir. Let me explain. It is clear that this provision may conflict with the statutory responsibility of the minister appointed by the president to supervise the sector. Sir, the reason is this. Listen. No, sir, let me just give my position. This is no, I saw it. The word digital services is the issue that is conflicting there. I'm telling you. Now let me. Yes, sir. Okay.
I need a seconder. This again is still bad. So, do you have another amendment?
I have my position here. Let me just. I was section S.
That clause 9 stands part of the bill. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clause 10, clause 11, clause 12. Clause 13, clause 14, clause 15. Those clauses stand part of the bill. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You know, before people were not voting this properly. No, for fear. I can see people are voting. I'm happy you did what you did. At least I'm listening. Well, clause 16 is on page 15. Those who vote at clause 15, clause 16, clause 17, clause 18, clause 19, and 20 stand back to the bill, say aye. Those against say the ayes have it. Those who vote at clause 21, clause 22, clause 23, clause 24, clause 25, clause 26, clause 27, clause 28 stand back to the bill, say aye. Those against say the ayes have it. Those who are clause 29, clause 30, clause 31, clause 32, clause 33, clause 34, clause 35 stand back to the bill, say aye. Those against say the ayes have it. This hostility is too much. Well, thank you. Oh dear. Okay. Those in favor that the interpretation stands out of the bill, say aye. Those against say the ayes have it. Those who are the short title of page 28 stands out of the bill, say aye. Those against say the ayes have it. Those who are the schedules stand out of the bill, say aye. Those against say the ayes have it. Those who are the explanatory memorandum stands out of the bill, say aye. Those against say the ayes have it. Those who are the long title stands out of the bill, say aye. Long title, okay. Long title, long. You know, no. Just hold on. Long title.
Yeah, you see, there will be EU. We as a Senate should not pass a bill. So, sir, now listen, sir. Well, I am this my long title proposal. Report of Senate Committee on ICT and Cyber, a bill for an act to repeal the National Information Technology Development Agency Act number 28, 2007, and enact the National Information Technology Development Agency Act to provide for administration, implementation, and regulation of information technology systems and practices in Nigeria and for other related matters. SB 1082. I am proposing a removal of as well as support digital economy because it will conflict with SCC.
I need a seconder. The Senator Basi. The other time I asked you to second and you withdrew. I hope you will not withdraw. Okay. Senator Basi.
Thank you, Mr. President. I second the motion, the amendment as moved by Senator Akiyelure. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, we have listened to the amendment sought by Senator Ayo Akiyelure. Those in favor of the amendment, say aye. Only two people. I will put the question again. So those in favor say aye. It didn't change. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nays have it. The nay? Oh, okay. The nays have it. I know. Leader of the Senate, Plenary. Senator Akiyelure, thank you very much for working so hard and not being intimidated at all.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I move that I send out the back for the chair to report progress. I so move.
Thank you, Mr. President. Distinguished colleagues, I rise to second the motion that the Senate refer to Plenary for Senate to report progress. I so second.
Thank you. Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion that the Senate reverse the plenary for the chair to report progress, say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. We are lucky there is no amendment to going back to plenary at least. The Senate, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the report of the Committee on ICT and Cyber Security on the National Information Technology Development Agency Act, Repeal and Amendment Bill 2023, and approved as follows. Long title as recommended, Clause 1 to 2 as amended, Clause 3 as recommended, Clause 4 as amended, Clause 5 to 35 as recommended, Interpretation as recommended, Short title as recommended, Schedules as recommended, Explanatory memorandum as recommended. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Thank you. Leader of the Senate, third reading.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I move that this bill be read the third time. I so move.
Thank you very much. The minority leader.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise to second the motion that this bill be read the second time. The third time, I saw.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion that this bill be now read the third time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished senators, a bill for an act to repeal the National Information Technology Development Agency Act and for matters connected thereto 2023, third reading.
A bill for an act to repeal the National Information Technology Development Agency Act and for matters connected thereto 2023, third reading taken. And this bill is passed. Well, congratulations and thank you very much. Please, Leader of the Senate, we take the report of the Committee on NDDC so that we look at the budget now. Yes.
The Senate, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the Senate will recall that on the 9th of May, we discussed the issue of NDDC budget, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And it was agreed that the 2023 budget should be taken. But it was not taken on that day. So today, going by order 1B, 1 section B, which allows the Senate to regulate its procedures, I hereby move that this NDDC budget for 2023 be taken. I so move.
The minority leader.
I rise to second the motion that the NDDC budget be taken as a second.
Distinguished colleagues, you recall that on Wednesday last week, the report of our committee on Niger Delta on the budget 2023 was among those reports presented to us for consideration. However, we stood down the consideration of all the 3 reports then for further legislative actions to be taken. The 2023 budget of the NDDC is one crucial issue for us because any further delay will only cause more problems and hardships in the Niger Delta. And we believe that we will always do whatever it is to support the improvement in the lives of our people in all parts of this country. Investigations into the expenditures and revenues of in the 2021 and 2022 budget requests by the NDDC are ongoing. We have, if you recall, given an additional week for the ad hoc committee to come back to the plenary with a report. But we are going to take this report on the budget so that the NDDC as an institution is able to lawfully legally execute those projects that will transform the lives of the people in the Niger Delta. So I invite the chairman of the committee to present the report. Chairman, you present the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues. I still remain Senator B.K. Amos. I represent the good people of Gombe South, and I rise to move that the Senate do receive and consider the budget of the Niger Delta Development Commission 2023. I so move.
I need seconder. This time I'm sure I will be having so many seconders. Senator Chukuma Frank Ibezi.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. I rise to second the motion ably moved by the chairman on NDDC committee, Senator B.K. Amos. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion that the Senate do receive and consider the report of our committee on the Niger Delta on the NDDC budget for 2023, say aye. Those against any that have it. Chairman, please relay the report. Okay, Mr. Chairman, you can present your report now. And I hope you don't have to read everything there.
Thank you, Mr. President. My distinguished colleagues. Report of the 2023 budget of the Niger Delta Development Commission. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, through a communication to the Senate, presented a budget proposal of 876 billion only for the Niger Delta Development Commission for the fiscal year 2023 as follows. Personnel expenditure is 34 billion 246